morning. Good morning. Welcome to Dr. Tea Time. You see my guest over there? My sister, Banu Pugh. And welcome to Dr. Tea Time. I'm so happy that you agreed. And we have a great lineup for you this morning. So you stay tuned. So how are you doing this morning?
I am well. I am
That's
well.
good
How
to
are
hear.
you?
That's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. You know, I'm well. I make a day, every day a good day. I don't care what it presents. We're going to make it a good day anyhow. Okay? So
Um,
today, y'all, we're going to be talking about Africa.
yes.
And we're going to be talking about and showing pictures of Tanzania. And our guest, Benu, she just returned from there. And she and I actually talked in the parking lot. She sent beautiful pictures on Facebook, and I enjoyed every last one of them. So I asked her to join us this morning so that we can see the beautiful picture and the beautiful people in Tanzania. Uh, this is for our growth. This is actually for our growth because some of us don't know how beautiful it is and how happy the people are there. So I'm going to be quiet unless I have any questions as Banu present Tanzania to us.
Right on.
It's on you.
Okay. I'm just waiting for the pictures. I don't see any pictures.
Okay.
There we go. Awesome. Yes. Adventures in Tanzania. So this picture here, I have it's captioned and it says the motherland. And I just really love this picture. It's one of my favorite pictures because it is literally the land of Africa. And I'm just looking at the soil and just the color and how rich it looks. And just to literally be standing on, I'd say, solid ground, like the scripture
Yes.
talks about, standing on solid
Yes.
ground.
Yes.
And so I just love that picture. So we'll go on to the next.
I do too.
And so Dr. Steele was saying how, Anderson Steele was saying how, beautiful the people are. And this, I woke up early one morning to watch the sunrise. And as I stayed there along the beach, I was able to capture this beautiful man. He's of the Maasai tribe. And he just looked so regal. And so I just had to capture that moment. And this was in a little near a little island. And unfortunately, I don't know how, but trash, flip flops, things like that, bottles wash upon the shore. And so this gentleman was out that morning. As you can see, he's carrying the little blue receptacle
I
bin or what
see.
have you.
Yes.
And so he's picking up, the debris from the water.
Hmm.
And so I actually, had picked up like a bottle of some sort, a glass bottle,
Hmm.
and, had placed it in there. But he was just really tall, slender,
Hmm.
just like I said, regal or majestic. And then he had that little, cane in his hand and just a beautiful man. And so
Yes.
I just love that picture.
And I have a question. Bennu, is that something you think he was just doing as a citizen, or was he being paid to do that, or is just the way he lives, or just the way the people live there, taking
From my
pictures?
understanding, they do pay individuals to go out and pick up,
Hmm.
debris from there.
Okay.
And I was going to show a picture because that's one of the sad things. It was so beautiful, but
Hmm.
as you walked along the shoreline, you could see, like I said, flip flops,
Hmm.
water bottles, and things like that.
Hmm.
So that part was really sad.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, at least
Yeah.
they're taking care of it in the best way they can.
Yes, they certainly tried.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
certainly tried.
Yes.
Okay. And then we'll go to the next slide. And I just wanted to talk about the people, the people. So beautiful. And I think that's one of the things that struck me is that the people of Africa are just so beautiful. And just look at these two beautiful ladies, a mother, a daughter, and that smile. And so I just wanted to capture that and to know that that little baby is going to one day grow up to be a beautiful young lady.
And my thoughts
So
about this picture is that a female carries a baby from the front, but in Africa, they carry their babies also on their back for a long, more than 9 months. So it's wonderful to see the attachment there, from the front to the back.
yes, and there was another picture that I wanted to. There were just so many pictures. So I guess being that I don't have some of the pictures, I can talk about some of the things that I saw. There was one picture that I don't know if it'll come up later, but there was a lady walking down the street. She had her baby on her back, and she was carrying something with her hands. And then she had it looked almost like a very large bag, a purse
Hmm.
on her head.
Yes.
And I thought, wow, this lady is walking, carrying a baby on her back,
Hmm.
carrying something on her head.
Hmm.
And there's no telling how far she had to walk.
My.
And I thought, wow, we talk about being strong women.
Yes.
I see where we get that from. I
Absolutely.
see where that comes from.
Hmm.
So it's like, they're mothers, they're wives, they're entrepreneurs, they run the household. They, make sure that the family's together. And so it was just a beautiful, beautiful sight and of strength
Yes.
to me.
Yes. And we
So
know that rule and that cliche about if you put one foot in front of the other one, then the other will follow. So uh, that's living a good life when you're focused like that and you have all of those good, beautiful sceneries that you're showing us and going to continue to show us on the show to live in. And so it's just wonderful. And thank you for
yes,
that.
yes. Okay, we'll go on to the next slide, see what that's all about.
Ooh, look at that.
Ah,
Beautiful.
yes. So these young ladies, this was at one of the schools that we had gone to talk with the ladies about how to use the reusable sanitary pads that we distributed
Mhm.
through Friends Together.
Mhm.
And just first of all, I do want to do a shout out to Friends Together and Miss Kathy Robinson Pickett,
Mhm.
because if it was not for her, I would not have had this opportunity
Mhm.
to experience Tanzania the way that I was able to do that.
Mhm.
So these young ladies, as you can see, please forgive me, I'm not an expert on things, but as you can see, their head garments. Uh, this in Tanzania, from my understanding, it's like a third Muslim, a third Christian, and then I think like the other third is like Hindu and maybe some, just what's the word? Yeah, like tribal traditions, I guess.
Yes.
And so when we went in, the girls were blessed with the pads, and then I just wanted to do a little something to bring extra joy because they already have joy in their hearts. I mean, you can just see that
That's a
the
blessed place to
happiness and the
have.
contentment.
Yes, they are.
And so I brought in some stickers, and so the girls just really like that. We had some order initially, but then at one point I just got swarmed with girls, wanting the stickers, and but it was really a beautiful scene. Those young ladies, as you can see, are just so beautiful again.
Mhm.
So okay, and we'll go to the next slide. Ah, so this picture, um, I wanted to talk about the soil.
Oh yes,
If you look at that soil,
yes, I see it.
how rich it looks,
Mhm.
how it's just so rich. And so, again, I'm looking at just the richness in spirit of this young girl
Right.
carrying this baby. And again, just, I was there and I saw her walking and just laughing and smiling.
Mhm.
And she just looks so happy just walking along. But the area is just so beautiful
Yeah. So
from the ground up.
she's not working that cornfield. She's just walking past the cornfield right now.
Yeah, she's just walking
Yeah.
past it.
Yeah.
Correct.
And she's
Yeah.
happy in the sun with her baby on the back, dressed in the
Yes.
traditional garb, and that's walking on that beautiful uh, soil. I almost want to give it a special name, but I'm not going to do that. But we can see that it's red and it's rich. And
Yes.
from dust we come and dust we're going back. That's the kind I want to go back
Yes.
to.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Okay. We'll go on to the next slide. Ah, man. Let me tell you. Fresh fruit every day. Every single day. Fresh fruit.
Oh my.
Watermelon,
Hmm.
bananas, plantains,
Mm.
um, just all kinds of good things. I think that's avocado there.
Yes.
And I've not been a real big fan of avocado, but life changing. That changed my mind about avocados, eating them there.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing is that I felt like I ate so healthy there because there, of course, some of the remote areas where we went, they may not have had electricity.
Hmm.
They don't have refrigerators and deep freezers and things like that.
Hmm.
So the fish, the meat, whatever, fresh, everything's that day. So it was really good to experience that. So, and the watermelon was just delightful. So good eating there.
Oh, great.
Fresh fruit every day.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Was that something you picked or
And
it was picked for you?
oh no, this was presented by the different. We stayed at like a resort and then like two different hotels.
Hmm.
And so wherever we stayed,
Hmm.
it was fresh fruit every morning and fresh fruit even for dinner and lunch. So
So not a cup of
yeah.
coffee or tea. It was fresh fruit.
Yeah, but you know what they did? Of course, have coffee. I mean, we're in Africa, and so the coffee. Oh my gosh! Like, I'm not a coffee connoisseur,
Hmm.
but the coffee's really, really good.
Oh, great.
I can't even explain it.
Oh
So,
my.
I yeah, it's really good. So, coffee and tea
Hmm.
every morning, and then fresh juice, um, orange juice, like a I don't know if it was like a papaya.
Hmm.
And there were a couple other new juices that I'd never heard of that tasted really great as well.
Okay.
So,
Great.
yeah. Okay.
Wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful living.
And let's see. Then we'll go on to the next slide. Okay. So, my girlfriend who went with me, Judy. Hi, Judy. So, she said, "Well, I don't know when we go to Africa, I may lose weight because I don't know what I'm going to eat there. I probably won't find anything to eat." Look at that.
Looks like something
Yeah,
I'll
do you
eat.
see that?
Is that French
Do you
fries,
see that?
right?
Yeah, French fries.
Is that
And
fish?
for some reason, I can't see the whole. Let me see. If I turn my camera, is it going to be a problem? I'm just
I
going to
don't
turn it
know,
because
but
I
try.
can't.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can't see
Okay. All right.
the
Well,
burrito.
it
Okay.
looks like French fries and fish and mm,
Yes, it was fish and it was really good. And
lemon.
then
I
I
think I
think,
see a slice of lemon on the side and Uh,
Yeah, it was some. Oh, there was just a spread, and I don't think the picture is in. I wasn't sure if I could send videos or not, so I didn't send videos. I just sent pictures.
mhm,
But the last day that we were there, Miss Remy, hi Miss Remy,
mhm.
she had a spread for us, and so needless to say, my girlfriend did not starve. She did not lose any weight
She gave
going
some, huh?
to Tanzania. Yes, yes. So,
That's wonderful.
uh-oh. Oh, sorry about that. I tapped on something.
That's okay.
Um,
I see you.
so anyways, we ate well. So
Yes, that
okay,
looks
and
that
then we'll
looks
go to the next slide.
looks yummy. That place looks yummy.
Oh, it was delicious. So another part of the beauty of Tanzania was just, the scenery. This picture here I love because it's a picture of a tree, but it has these beautiful blooms on it, like like flowers.
Yes.
But this is a school.
Okay.
The two buildings in the back
Mhm.
are schools,
Okay.
classrooms rather.
Mhm.
So, but again, I'm just looking from the top to the bottom of the earth to the skies, just how beautiful it is, the
Beautiful.
nature of Tanzania.
Did you have any rain?
So,
Experience any rain while you were there in Tanzania?
you know, it was just a little bit, not very much.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, not very much. It was kind of overcast and things of that sort, but it really didn't like pour. Oh, it did rain like one day when we were with one of the smaller villages
Mhm.
and we were passing out the pads, and it did rain. But the the people really stayed in place. They just kind of ran under a tree, and that tree pretty much sufficed,
Okay.
to keep the rain away. But it didn't stop the people from hearing what Friends Together had to say and what we were bringing to their community.
I see.
So, but we did see some rain, yes,
Okay. Great.
but it wasn't bad,
Wonderful. The sky is very pretty in that picture, so that's what.
isn't it? Yes, so beautiful.
Yes.
So,
I
okay,
love
we'll go to the next slide.
my favorite pastime is glaring at the sky.
Ah, so speaking of flowers, now what I want to say is that we have to realize that it's summer here for us,
Mhm.
but it was winter there
Mhm.
for them.
Mhm.
But do you see how beautiful the flowers and the blooms are even in the winter? It's like, what does it look like in the summer
Oh
if it's
my.
this beautiful
In the
in the winter?
winter. And that's the sunflower, right?
Yes,
That's sunflower.
yes,
Oh
yes,
man,
sunflowers.
I love the look of a
And that
sunflower.
was, I was surprised. I wasn't expecting sunflowers in Africa, but as soon as we got off of the plane and we had like an hour drive to
Mhm.
our home base, and just
Right.
rows and rows and rows of sunflowers. So beautiful. So beautiful.
Wonderful. It is
Okay.
beautiful.
All right. And we'll go to the next slide. And then I just wanted to capture just the beauty, the nature, the flowers. Like I said, it's winter time, so we'll just kind of go through those. I'm not sure how much more time we have left. Probably not much. So we'll just slide through that picture of the pink flower. And
Mhm.
then this is a hibiscus. And
Mhm.
another thing, coffee is big there, tea is big there, and hibiscus tea
I love
is,
hibiscus tea. I love it. That's
yes, yes.
that's a
So
great
isn't that
tasting
a
tea.
beautiful, yeah, and isn't that a beautiful flower?
Yes, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
And
So,
it's
well, next,
wintertime. Things like that outside for us don't look too well in what we
no,
call winter here. And so
right.
it looks like summertime. All of the
Yes.
pictures look like it's summertime there. So I don't know how, mm, I'd have to look at
It was very, very comfortable.
it.
Um, for us, but you could see, well, some of the pictures that I took, they were in jackets, they were in coats, it's like 60 degrees, 60 something, 70 something degrees, but they were cold.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, okay, we'll go to the next slide. And then I want to say this is an African violet, but I don't know. I don't really know my flowers.
That's what it looks like.
But
We'll call it an African
yeah, so
violet today.
we will.
But
We
it's
will.
beautiful.
It's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
You got it.
Okay. And
Yes,
then we'll
it
go to the
is.
next slide. Ah,
Waterfall.
wow. The
And that's you in the
waterfalls.
picture right there, right? The
That is
bottom.
me in the
Yeah.
picture
Yes.
looking up at the waterfall.
Mhm.
This was what they call zone 1
Mhm.
of Mount Kilimanjaro.
Mhm.
And so, as you know, it's like the tallest freestanding mountain.
Mhm.
And so this was zone 1, and this was a scene of the waterfall. So
Oh.
had a very awesome guide who, helped me so much along the way because it had rained the
Mhm.
day before. So the
Mhm.
mountain was quite slippery, but
Mhm.
he, was just a great help to me and my girlfriend Judy. And
Mhm.
um, so I didn't fall with him. He didn't let me fall. So,
That's
but
great.
yeah, had another slip up, but that wasn't his fault. So anyhow, we'll go on to the next picture. And this is the beautiful, beautiful group. You probably can't see them very clear, but the beautiful group of people that went up the mountain with me.
Okay.
And so this is a view of just what it looked like from leaving the waterfall and looking down. But look at all the greenery.
Mhm.
It was just beautiful. This is like in the cut of the mountain. And then
Mhm.
on the right hand side is like river, like a little river and the
I
rocks there.
I see that.
So
Yes, I see.
yeah. So just really pretty. So okay, we'll
It
go
is.
on to the next slide. And
There you are again.
this is a picture of my friend Judy. We've been friends since high school. And
Mhm.
so, she'd asked me, Banu, what was your favorite part of the trip once we were traveling back home? And I could not pinpoint my favorite part of the trip. It was just too much. I think the people, but it was just a lot. But
Right.
she said for her that because she's known me for a while, she's seen me go through some ups and downs and, go through my stroke and, um, be okay and learn how to walk again. And so for
Mhm.
her to see me walk up this mountain and
Mhm.
make it that far she said, was one of the best things for her. And so that was really touching. And for her to say that, to see me,
Mhm.
literally go through highs and lows and to come to a beautiful place
Mhm.
was really nice. So I love that
Good.
picture of us.
Yes,
Yes.
I do too, and I love the fact that she loves you just that much to think of how much you were able to do, uh, even though you've had issues in the past. So we all have an opportunity to let go of our past and keep moving forward and make a great future, regardless of what has happened. It takes us time now to bounce out of some of our hurts and pains and illnesses and stuff. But the point is that you don't have to stay there. You just keep striving and working and praying. And if you need help, ask for help. And so thank you for
That's right.
sharing that because that's really nice. We all need a good friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And we'll go to the next slide.
Oh, I'm beautiful. I want to be there right now.
Yes. I feel like, we are so blessed to live here where we live, in Pensacola, Walton, Destin area, and the water is very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And so
That is.
just to experience this on the other side of the world, this was the Indian Ocean off the west coast of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And so look at that, just beautiful. So
Mm-hmm.
I did not go snorkeling, but
You
several
can't
of
do
the people, that they went snorkeling. Some people were scared. I mean, a few of my friends were like, I can't believe they went snorkeling off the coast of Africa. There's sharks out there. But they did it, and they saw a huge coral reef down at the bottom, and they said it was just absolutely amazing. So,
No doubt.
and
No doubt.
yeah. So we'll go on to the next slide. And I just love this picture because it kind of reminds me, like, if you just want to be on an island by yourself. So you have your little boat and you go to this place. And I can't explain it exactly how Kathy explained it, but this little island, very few people get to come to this little island. It's like a little oasis. And so this picture just, I don't know, just reminds me of just being able to escape and just enjoy nature and be, commune with God, really, to be with nature and just to see the land and the water and the sky. It was beautiful.
Yes.
And then we'll go to the next slide. And I know it looks like, well, what's going on here? But again, this reminds me of just simplicity. It was like the guys who were on the boat, they drove us to this island, and then they set this tent up so that we could have some shade. And then we were able to just, enjoy the water, that they enjoyed the snorkeling, and then came back and we had fresh fruit and nuts. And it was just really nice just to sit there, just enjoy the view. So
Wonderful.
it was very nice. Okay.
It looks divine, really divine.
Yes. Okay, so we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so we are nearing the end. I wanted to just share, the people. I wanted to share, that the people were beautiful, talented. I saw, I know there's not much time, but I'll just leave it to say that they're talented. Building homes, creating jewelry, making music. I mean, just that's who we are, And so
Yeah, we are.
all those things that we can do and create. And the other thing is that the people were so humble and so happy and joyous. And, one of the things that struck me is just how when they build their homes, it's literally brick by brick. And so we would pass these houses and we'd be like, why is that house empty? It's because they get the money, they build a little bit, and it may take them 5 years, but once they're done, their home is paid for and they move in. And
worth the wait, worth the wait for the home to be paid for.
Exactly.
Yes.
And, speaking of the homes, one of the things that I found ironic was that some of the homes, let's say they look like a hut, but they would have satellite dishes. So that was interesting to see that, they have satellite, and some of the places had, what are they called? Where you get the energy from the sun, solar panels. Yeah.
Solar panels. Yes.
Yes. So, so I thought that was really cool to see the solar panels. So, and so, some of the remote places that we went, the people didn't have electricity and at all. And so we were able to take solar lights to some of the people. And there was one picture, it was just a beautiful picture of a mom and her baby and her little son. And we were in her little home, and we gave her the solar light for her to, turn on and off. And just the look on their faces was just like so, with such amazement,
No doubt.
So, but so this picture here is a picture from the ground view. When I was leaving Tanzania, our driver pulled over or slowed down a little bit so that we could take in Mount Kilimanjaro. So this is the ground view, and as you can see below, there's sunflower fields. And so I was like, finally, like the clouds lifted, it was a clear sky, and you could see the mountains. So I just thought that was just a beautiful, beautiful sight.
It is
So,
beautiful.
mhm. And then we'll just go to the next slide. And this slide right here, I'm, I literally leaned my head up against the window of that plane and cried because
Oh.
this was me leaving Tanzania,
Mhm.
and we're on the airplane in the sky. As you can see, there are clouds right there. But then
Mhm.
I got to see the very, very top
So you made
of
it
my,
anyway.
hey, hello. Yes, yes,
Wonderful, wonderful.
yes. So
You
made it to
saw
the
the
top of
top
the mountain.
anyway. Anyway.
Anyways,
Wonderful.
yes. So
Yes.
just a beautiful, but I'm telling you, I did not expect to be so emotional when I left. I
Mhm.
didn't expect it. So, and then I think we have one last picture, and I think it kind of,
Look at that, y'all. Read it.
yes,
Can
take the time to read it.
right, read that.
And then it says no Wi-Fi,
Mhm.
talk to each other.
That works here. That absolutely works here.
And
No Wi-Fi.
I love that. Yes, community, communication, and
Mhm.
getting to know one another and love on one another. And that's the thing that I found there too, was a sense of community, a sense of
Mhm.
love, a sense of making things happen together.
Right.
And I love
Regardless
that.
of the circumstances, though, regardless of the
Exactly.
circumstances. And we are
Exactly.
so spoiled, we don't even know how blessed we are. So
True.
that's what we need to do. We need to learn to communicate better. We need to look out for everyone in the community, not just some in the community. And
That's right.
we are smart and intelligent people. We have the ability to do whatever it needs to be done. And I need for all of us to know that, regardless of circumstances. If you live in a shack, keep your shack clean, you know, and
Yeah,
help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If you live in a hut,
absolutely.
just keep it clean, and you live happily and your neighbors are happy because y'all are bonded and y'all living together in peace and love. And so,
Yes,
and communicating. Communication is very important in our life. That's how we know what to do. That's how we receive our instructions. That's how we know how to love on people and say the right words and share compassion and share resources in a communal way. And so,
yeah,
Ben knew those pictures are wonderful, and I know you got hundreds of them. And I'm so happy that you were able to share the pictures and all the your feelings and emotions about your trip to Tanzania. And we should all put that on our bucket list to make it to Africa
yeah.
in some way. It doesn't have to be Tanzania. The continent is large
Mhm.
and full and it holds mainly black people.
Yeah,
So make put it on your bucket list. If it takes you a while to save for the trip, no problem. Just
yeah.
do put it on your bucket list. As long as you're 6 feet above ground, you have the opportunity to make a difference. And so
That's right.
I do thank you for joining us. And I know you have so many pictures. We might have to let you gather all of your pictures and look at them and examine them again and show us something different if you decide to want to come back and
Yeah,
tell us more. We want you to make us hungry for Tanzania and for Africa. And some people only have bad thoughts about Africa and the environment and all that, but this show is to let you know that it's not like that. And the best way to experience it for yourself is to take a trip there. But
absolutely.
in the
Absolutely.
meantime, we have Benu has shown us pictures of Tanzania and how
Yeah.
great it is, from the soil up to the beautiful sky that we see to the top of the mountain. And so I
Yes.
want to, yes, and so I want, do you have any final comments that you'd like to make?
Yes, I want to say a big shout out again to Friends Together, Kathy Robinson Pickett. I would like to send a shout out to Zara Tours, Mama Zara, Miss Remy, and all the team there. So thank you all. And I also just want to say a special thank you to Miss Patience, who did a presentation on Africa on for Juneteenth. And it was right on time. And I appreciated her exciting me all the more. So thank you, Miss Patience.
Yeah, Patience, our sister, and she's busy. She's from Nigeria, and so she's busy in the United States, blessing us with her presence and her knowledge of Africa. And we
Yes.
do thank everyone for joining us today, and we hope you'll join us next Saturday at 9 a.m. We'll put out an advertisement about what that show will be about next Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So for now, I say bye to my sister Benu and goodbye to you all. And take some love and let's spread it abroad. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Bye bye.